Pod Chef. Pod Chef. Pod Chef. Pod Chef. You're listening to Pod Chef. When I say pod, y'all say chef. Pod Chef. You listening to Pod Chef. It's a podcast about Top Chef, and that's a broadcast. It's on TV, and you can watch it. They hella deep, 20 seasons, that's a lot, kid. But you can skip those. We do recaps about the whole show. Not the food, though, but the other stuff. Yeah. You're now listening to Pod Chef, the only official podcast about the TV show Top Chef, with your hosts, Jamal, Brian, and Reeves. And I only said their first names because I don't know everyone's last name, and I'm trying to be polite. Now enjoy the show.
Welcome, everyone, to another episode of Pod Chef. This is episode 144 of our serial Pod Chef, the official podcast for Top Chef, parenthetical, a parody. I would like to check in with our host, Jamal Newman. Jamal, say hello to the people. Jamal, please say hello to the people. Okay.
Is he not here?
I don't know what's going on right now. It's like
I thought he was. I mean, is he not here?
I can't. I'm looking at the video.
Yeah,
and I see you're there. I see
I'm
you
here, and I
Yes.
see you.
And I can see myself, even though I do always put up another window to cover my face.
Oh, really? I love looking at myself because then I go like, "Oh God, is that what I look like?"
It's too. I distract myself.
Age has ravaged me.
I was
once a young man.
I don't want to go off on a tangent this early and not talk about the fact that I don't know where our missing other host is. But I'm getting so old, so fast.
Mm-hmm.
And in certain lights, I'll go into the bathroom at some location. If the lighting is very vivid, I'll be like, oh, I'm old as fuck. My hair is gray. I'm very wrinkly now. I look very tired.
Are you lotioning? Do you lotion?
I can't lotion anymore. And it's not that I don't want to.
You want to, for sure.
It's just they will not sell me the lotion.
No.
You know.
Not again, they say.
No, because I squish so many bottles. Trying to. You go into CVS, you want to check the strength of the bottle because it's like, oh, I have a very strong grip.
You've got the strongest grip of anyone that I know.
So
it's like
great.
the Hulk's grip.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You work on it. You have those little things.
Yeah, I have those little snap things that they used to use in the 80s. I'm just constantly pumping that when I'm on a call at work and stuff like that. Yeah. I'm constantly doing arm wrestling matches with myself.
Mm-hmm.
Or just like clasping my hands together very tightly.
Yeah.
So anyway, I squished a bunch of lotion bottles, and now CVS has my picture up at every location, and so they will not sell me lotion.
And you've tried other stores too, but they got the word out.
Yeah, so CVS is very connected, in case people are wondering.
They're a bit of a gossip.
They're a gossip. They connect with all their other stores. They let them know, hey, this guy squeezed a bunch of lotion bottles too hard. They exploded so hard, they destroyed the ceiling and got all over the customers. Okay. Create a slip slide.
Yeah, and it was, I think they were mad at the mess, but mostly the slip.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it became slippery. Like, picture in your mind a slippery floor. Double it.
Well,
double it.
Oh my God. It's so slippery in there. When I'm picturing it.
Slippery.
And I lived it. And I'm picturing something very slick. And that's essentially what Mr. CVS told me, is he was like, listen, the mess you made, we can deal with that. We can clean it up. You could help. But it's the liability of how slick it is in here.
Yeah.
that we got a lot of fucking old and sick people walking in this CVS.
Mhm,
Okay. They're going to
mhm.
slip on the ground, and then now they're going to want all of their medication to be for free
And
and
everyone
also
was
on time.
everyone thought that we were done with COVID. They were going back to stores to CVS, and you're safe when your mask is off. And then nope, you slip.
Mm-mm.
You're not safe anywhere anymore.
No, you're not. And I mean, and again, I know we were supposed to be talking about the missing host here, but
That's right. He's not here.
you are not safe anywhere. You should be wearing a mask on your feet because that will protect you from the slick.
Yes. Dr. Fauci said, put a mask on your feet.
That's what I heard. Put it on your feet.
We're done putting it on our mouths. It's on your feet now.
It's your feet is where it's not safe.
And yes, Pfizer's working on a jab, and I urge you to do your own research. I cannot stress enough. Do your own research.
You
about
have
the foot
to.
jab.
And I mean, like, and this is what I wanted to get into. I feel like us saying urge and foot jab, we're just activating the community that we have.
It's been a while. They've been a bit of a sleeper cell.
They've been very quiet. It's one of those things where it's like, I think they're building their numbers.
It's like a militia.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
An armed militia. Well, feet militia.
Yeah. They're on the ground. They got boots to the ground right now, or not yet, but they will be. But they're building out, and of course we are, for new listeners, talking about the Foot Clan, which makes up for a large majority of our listenership, which are foot freak. And I actively am not courting them. I don't like them, but there is a big part of our community, so we must acknowledge them, I guess.
Numbers are down. Come back. We miss you.
We'll
do more foot stuff.
We did get another, well, not a review, but we got 5 stars without a review. And hey, we'll take that. But
yeah.
Hey, you know what? Leave a review, people.
Leave a review.
We don't get feedback unless it's from Tom. And I think everyone here has heard the feedback from Tom.
Yes. You heard
confusing and racist.
Yeah, get on Apple Podcasts and give us a star rating. We don't. Here's the thing: 5 or 1, your call, dude.
Yeah, and
you're
hey,
listening, let us know.
If you got requirements, you need us to go to the Tokyo Dome to give us 5 stars. We'll go to the Tokyo Dome. We'll go
I'm
in
shooting
January.
for 7.
Yeah, listen, I'll shoot for 7. We just gotta, whatever the third match. That's the 7.
Yeah, well, that's gonna be Osprey Omega 3 when it comes up. Omega 3s, that's like the fatty acids. Meltzer, hope you're listening.
I hope Meltzer, Alvarez, PW Insider,
Wrestle Talk,
all the Wrestle Talk. Yeah, and should we listen again to the listeners, new listeners? Brian and I have a podcast called Wrestle Talk, and it is just wrestling conspiracy theories that we like to put out into the world.
Yes.
And then we're constantly courting stars, even though we don't wrestle. We actively want stars from the community, specifically those that review wrestling. So, so listen to that. That's called wrestling.
Talk,
yeah, Wrestle Talk. I already said it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, good. I already. Thank God. This is so much work.
Yeah. Well, so cat's out of the bag. Jamal's not here.
Mm-hmm.
And the last time someone wasn't here, we agreed not to talk about it. We said we wouldn't talk about them not being here.
Yeah, it's surprising enough that was me. We didn't talk about me, and I listened to the episode, and I was like, "Where's all the talk about me?" And there wasn't any.
That's the best part about missing the episode, is to hear what your friends have said about you.
Exactly. It's a nice little peek inside behind the curtain of what people say when you're not around. And then for me, it's nothing.
Is that worse?
Basically a ghost.
Would it be better if it was mean stuff?
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or just constructive criticism. I'm always looking for feedback.
Yeah, I hate constructive criticism. Shut the fuck up. Wait, Jamal didn't tell me what he was doing. He did. I will, chef. I procured for you last night. He went. You'll tell us about it next week. Probably. He went to a Top Chef restaurant. He went to Thatcher and Rye. Thatcher and Rye.
It's the Vault place. If you watch the Brothers Voltaggio show, which I did. I don't know if there's a second season of that. They should. The winner I think now is like the Sioux there or something like that, or was supposed to be able to work there for a bit. So that's some good information I just gave you that could possibly be wrong. But it is a Voltaggio enterprise for them. So I'm sure we'll get some good feedback
Mm-hmm.
on it.
Yeah. So I don't know where he is tonight. He might have gone back. He did mention he might go back.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
He said, I'm going back for seconds.
yeah. He said if you leave your plate there, you can come back for free and just keep filling. He said you keep filling it up.
Yeah, he said he asked them to put out like a bowl for him
Mm-hmm.
outside and that he can go by and look at, look outside the restaurant, kind of rub up on some things, drink some water, have an
Mm-hmm.
amuse bouche, that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Um,
He did get in a fight with one of the other patrons that does live there
yes.
and hurt him quite a bit.
Mhm.
But
He bit him really, really hard. Um, he wasn't apologetic about it. It was something in the way the other person moved that just he didn't like.
just his natural like aroma, the smell, the like just something about him. He said
Mm-hmm.
so. He bit the shit out of him.
Yes. Um, should we address slowly going through my phone to get to what I was going to talk about? Should we address the elephant in the room?
Yeah, I think so.
So, fans, we got a replacement for Badma.
Yep. And if you remember correctly, Reeves nailed it.
I fucking nailed it. Well, actually, I said that she would be too big and busy, Kristen, to do it.
She
And
turned
I
down
was,
that other show where she cooks like late night food for Chris Jericho. She'd
yeah.
prefer to do that than host Top Chef.
Here's my theory on it that I'm going to back up based on my assessment was like, she's too busy. I think they made her an offer she could not refuse. And it's a testament to the freaking massive bag Padma was walking around with every season that she was
Yeah.
getting from Top Chef.
Yep.
They were like, listen, we're missing. Now that Padma's gone, there's a big, $75 million a year hole.
Just sitting there.
Yeah. Would you like to fill it and eat some tasty food for a month or two? And she said, yeah.
Fabulous places like Wisconsin.
Yes.
Also, Elephant in the Room next season is Wisconsin.
Yeah.
I predict cheese challenges.
Lots of cheese. Football.
Ooh, we're gonna. I hope we go to Lambeau. It's the
my
smallest stadium. They still have the bench seats there. And you know what?
Yes.
It's fan owned.
Yes.
You can own a piece of Lambeau.
You can go in and just own it. And that's there's just something magical about that stadium.
Yeah.
And about the players that play there.
Yeah.
And their lack of respect for science.
And their
Does
lack
he
of
still
respect
play? Oh no, he
for
moved.
massage therapists.
Yeah.
The Packers and their just no respect for massage therapists, scientists.
Mm-hmm.
What else have Packers players done? I'm sure lots of bad things.
It looks real cold there.
It does. I was home at my mom's house 2 weeks. That's not home anymore. I was at my mom's house a couple weeks ago. And my mom had put out for me, as in a take home, my box of Brett Favre action figures. There was a moment in time when I was collecting Brett Favre action figures, and I'll place you at the time when it was. There's one of him as a Jet, so that's like when it was. Sure. So now you can time that, place that in time, and I left them there. I don't want that anymore, and nobody wants them either. Yeah.
That's interesting. Do you think, like, as you were getting in the car, like they were like running behind you, grabbing on to try and follow you? Freaking Toy Story 3.
I hope that they show up here. I hope that I'm outside and they're just like on the ground, and I'm like, what? What? And I give it to my kid.
Yes.
And then what they do is they take him to freaking preschool.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a bully there. Wait, what was that one? A bunny? I don't know.
Yeah, I think there was a bunny at the preschool that bullied the whatever the kid's name is. Hot take on Toy Story.
Yeah.
I don't like Woody. Woody is selfish. Don't like him.
Here's the thing. Parents when you become a parent, you start to have feelings towards cartoons that are things like that. Like, what are your thoughts on Caillou?
I
Parents
don't even
hate
know what
kid.
that is.
Oh, he's like a bald kid, and everyone's like, he whines too much. He teaches my kids bad lessons.
Okay.
You sort of say things like, Woody is selfish as a parent.
I had that opinion prior to being a parent.
Oh.
My opinion on cartoons now are just, I really like Bluey. Everyone should watch Bluey. Bluey is very good.
I've not watched it. I've seen the toys and the songs. You know, this is good. Sesame Street's good. The songs on Sesame Street
great
are bops. They're pretty good songs. I legitimately love Cookie Monster and that little chef guy. I fucking love that thing. When those dudes,
it's great.
They always want to cook something, and Cookie Monster always eats it or loses it. So they go to the place and get it. And here's the thing, though. They drive and then stop and then call the guy on the phone.
That's nice.
I don't get it. They get the car, they drive, they stop, they get on a tablet and call the person. I don't know why that is.
I feel like it's to relate to people like, I don't know, my parents or something like that, to do drive somewhere, bring their iPad with them, and then call them when they get there. Yeah. It's relatable to a certain community.
Yeah. Gonger is the little chef's name.
Okay. I don't think I know that song. Listen, I know C is for cookie.
No, they have a song, but it's like a little segment they do. They Cookie Monster owns a food truck now with Gonger, this little chef. And they kind of rule. Like,
okay.
Legit.
And these should be guests.
Yeah.
Can you imagine if we fucking got Cookie Monster on the show?
Cookie Monster? Dude. Game over. I mean, come at me, fucking packing knives, dudes. You got, we got Buddha. We got fucking Cookie Monster, bro.
We got Cookie Monster, dude. Cookie Monster has been cooking and eating food since who knows how long. I mean, since at least the 70s. Yeah, before I was even fucking born, bro.
Yeah.
So yeah, we put it out into the world. We want Cookie Monster on the show. Fans, help us make it happen. Don't do anything weird to make it happen, because that always ruins it for us.
Make it nice.
Yeah, make it nice.
How old do you think Kristen Kish is?
Guessing other. Let's see. I mean, maybe in her early 40s. Is 39. This bad to guess? Woman's 39, really?
Yeah, I just was guessing because it's young. I wasn't like. I was surprised at how young that is.
So that means that because her season was like early 2010s, right? So she must have been
that far back.
Yeah, because it's the Seattle season, right? That she wins
in 2012. Yeah,
2012. Okay,
11 years
so
ago.
It hasn't actually been that long, but I mean, she's still youngish
on
that show, newest chef, and she's great. I mean, she is like, she checks a million boxes.
Yeah.
And then all the extra stuff. Like she's an alum. She is like one of the best they've ever had. She's one of the most successful. She's a good host. She's got a good palate. She also had a good story as a winner.
Yeah. Yeah. Big old LCK comeback story.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I think she is, out of all of the former contestants, all the alums, I can't think of a better one for them to get.
Do you think they had tryouts? They had a combine. Well, okay. I'm sorry. I said, do you think they had tryouts? What I meant was they had a combine and all the past contestants got invited to it.
What I meant by asking if they had tryouts is there was a combine that happened.
I knew the answer. Because we know the show, we have backstage knowledge on this. There was a combine. It was held at Atlanta Falcons Stadium.
Mm-hmm.
We know Kristen Kish got a great vertical. Her vertical was wild. It was so high.
Mm-hmm.
40 not great, but good.
Yes,
you know.
And Thompson is that pic of him when he had like the huge glasses on and a whistle in his mouth. And he was just kind of like out there, just like, he wasn't really like signaling when they were going to start. whatever their event that they were doing is, he was just kind of like trying to run next to them and blowing the whistle in their face to try and like
Yeah.
throw them off.
He said this is what real life is like. He said out there in the real world, you can't just run. There's always something there stopping you, and I am that. I'm taxes. I'm a flat tire. I'm tooth pain. You know, I'm the kid. My kid bit a kid at school. Jamal. These are the real things. You can't just run. This is what's going to happen to you. It happens in the kitchen too. You know?
This is people were trying to do like the standing long jump, and he was just like threw a bunch of oranges at them as they were jumping. Yeah. It just trying to get it in their head. And listen, all of the celebs were there. It was Kristen. It was Blaze. McConaughey was there. He was just kind of like yelling and trying to get people going. Yeah. Woody was there too.
Alan or the toy?
Well, both, and also Harrelson showed up, but I know they, out of the three, and I'm going to leave it up to the listeners to figure out which ones, only one was allowed in.
Okay.
The toy. So yeah, it was everyone was there. They did a tryout. People did very well. Some people really shit the bed. There was some youth there as well. People from recent seasons.
Yeah. I think I heard that Amar had a good tryout, but he didn't pass the interview. They got him in a room, talked to him, just asked him basic questions, and he kept saying things like, I don't know, man. Do we really have any power in this world? Like, he kept being like,
I don't know. Do we really know the answer to things like that? And these were like basic questions like, are you allowed to leave your state? Things like that.
Are you eligible to work in the United States? Have you been convicted of a felony?
Things like that. I don't know, man. You got to check my record.
Yeah.
So they did all of that, and then they had to award Kristen the prize.
Yeah, she just did the best overall.
Overall. And she's super talented. So congratulations to her.
We'll look forward to watching you in Wisconsin again. Who are the celebrities that are gonna be there? We're on a fucking tangent.
Let's do it. Well, let's work at Google.
Let's see. Wisconsin celebrities.
This is
all
what
right,
people get 5 stars for.
Dead Brett Favre. Okay. Don't know.
Okay, so now let's click on this Milwaukee Journal.
Oh, I was thinking Chris Farley. Dead. Okay, here are some.
These are some decent Oprah?
People. What is she doing now? Nothing. She didn't do a show
She's
anymore,
a busy
right?
lady. I don't think they could get her. She doesn't seem like a Top Chef fan.
Wow, this website's really bad. I'm on 97x.com. It is a bad website. If you're listening 97x, fix your website.
I got it. They should get Willem Dafoe on.
Okay.
He is a native and former University of Wisconsin-Milwaukee student, and I think perfect. They get him to come on. He kind of like maybe flies in on the whatever Green
Lantern. Hobgoblin.
Green Lantern stuff.
Whatever.
He flies in on that, and then he does like his Jesus Christ stuff as well. He hits all of his best characters.
Yeah, he does the fucking Boondock Saints thing.
Hell yeah,
he's in that, right? The big gun scene. That's him, right?
Probably. Yeah, he's there. So it is.
Get the Paul Smecker. Yeah, let's see Defoe. I want to see Defoe, and maybe the coach of the Packers.
Yes, coach of the Packers. In Packer gear with a headset on. I don't know if they do those anymore, but with a headset on. Definitely, we want a scene of them in the field, very cold, see the air coming out of their mouths, cooking, like other people on the sideline with the big jackets on, waiting to go on. That's what we need to see.
We need to see that, or else why am I watching this? Oh, here's what we'll see. Oscar Mayer is from Milwaukee, Wisconsin. We will see a Oscar Mayer Wiener challenge. I'm
The
saying it now,
fucking
folks.
Wiener Man.
I'm
I love
I'm
it.
putting my stamp on this. We will see a Wiener challenge. What will it be? I don't know. Fucking elevate a hot dog.
Yeah, elevate a hot dog. People love to eat hot dogs out there. Listen, I'll eat a hot dog. Can't really eat them because it is considered one of the worst things you could possibly eat.
The nitrates, which sounds like a future food.
Yeah. Apparently not as bad as peanut butter. Getting into the episode.
Okay, should
Amanda
we?
saying,
What we're thinking to do first? Okay, we'll get there.
Amanda talking about how peanut butter is the worst thing you could possibly eat. I don't know what the hell she's talking about. Okay.
Says, to the man who has a open, you do a freaking Ted Lasso peanut butter jar on the table. Walk by, put your finger in it. God, you should watch it. You're just like him. I know you don't want. You're just like him, man. Check it out.
I've seen the first 2 seasons. I haven't seen the third. I heard the third was bad, and I'm like, okay, well, I've seen the other 2, so I know what to expect. I probably will watch the third season. Listen, there's nothing wrong. Let me get this out. There's nothing wrong with Ted Lasso. I think it's fine. It's fine. I have a reaction to shows like this that to me are fine, okay, that get like tons of accolades.
Yeah,
I'm like, it's not great in that way, but it is certainly a great thing to have on and like kind of half pay attention to and feel like nice. I get it.
Yeah.
But it's not like The Bear. The Bear, that's a good show.
We're going super long. Every show on Apple TV is like that. Is like Ted Lasso. I've watched The Big Door Prize and I've watched the one with Harrison Ford and Jason Segel. They're all kind of like just kind of nice.
Yeah.
And it's like this, like, oh, look how nice everyone is. Okay.
Okay.
Do you want to do shots I prepared for you?
Now it is time for our number 1 segment.
We need a theme song for this.
Yeah, let's get a theme
Jeff.
song. Can Jeff do it or anyone? Well, I mean, Jeff gets priority, but other people send in your Chef's I Prepared for You song and we'll hit it and we'll play it. And I think that would be nice.
Yeah, people will love it.
Yeah, and maybe like sample something fun in it, like the lady that was like stomping the grapes and falls. Like,
maybe the lady yelling that motherfucker's not real on the plane.
Yes, something like that. That's like looped in a fun way. That's my only request. Okay, so chefs.
Do you have to say the whole thing, or Jamal get mad?
What? Do you know the whole thing?
He always says I get it really close. Let's do a segment that we always do called Chefs I Prepared for You. It's a segment where we go around and say what we have for dinner last night and only last night, as if we're presenting it to the judges of Top Chef. We will vote at the end. There will be a winner. Reeves will go first.
Chefs, I prepared for you a sheet pan baked feta with broccolini, tomatoes, and lemon and salmon.
Okay, I was gonna say, where was the you hit the salmon at the end? I was like, oh, it's just veggies and cheese.
So the recipe is only veggies, and it actually calls for blocks of feta cheese, which I think are supposed to be like maybe a substituted one way for like a protein in that like it would fill you up, but it's not the same thing. I don't get the blocks. I just do the crumble because it's easier and it's more versatile. I can use it in different ways, but I always add salmon to it because then you get the protein. But it's really easy. I mean, it really is just like you cut up a couple of things, throw it on a sheet pan, little cumin, little olive oil, salt, pepper, red pepper flakes. And then you add the salmon, a little bit, maybe like halfway through or something like that. It takes like 20 minutes.
What about fish, no cheese?
Oh, like you shouldn't have cheese on fish?
Isn't that a thing people say?
It is a thing they said. I think it happened in an episode.
Yeah.
So the cheese is already on and I put the salmon in halfway. So it's like I make some space for the salmon. So there's no real cheese on the salmon itself. It's just kind of scattered throughout on all the other things.
Okay. What were the veggies? You had broccolini on it.
Broccolini and then cherry tomatoes.
Cut in half or whole?
I cut them. Yeah, cut them in half.
I love a roasted cherry tomato.
The heat brings out such a flavor.
It's like candy.
Mm-hmm. Though I'm afraid to not cut them because I'm like, what if they explode and then my whole house blows up?
Yeah.
Purple onions. That's on there as well. And then, just lemon slices.
Ooh, slices. Okay. When you buy salmon, do you buy like a pre little blocked rectangle, or do you buy like a big hack from the Whole Foods fish place and cut it?
I just buy frozen the frozen ones that they have.
Yeah,
And I
those are
do
good.
farm raised. Yeah, which I know all of it is like you should get fresh, you should get wild, blah 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 blah. I'm like, I don't have time for that
Who's
in my
got the
life.
time to go out in
Um,
the ocean like a bear and catch it? Who's got the time?
yeah, could I do it? Yeah, absolutely. It would be
Easily.
so fucking easy for me
Yeah.
to go out with my bare hands to a river and capture a salmon and then eat it.
Yeah.
We'll prepare it first and then eat it. That's like easy. That's like child's play.
Yeah.
But I'm not going to do it because I don't have time.
You've got things to do.
Got
You got to
things
do a
to
Top
do.
Chef podcast.
Yeah. Oh, God. So
You know,
much work.
It's sort of a chore at this point. Chefs, last night I prepared for you a classic, and that would be coconut chickpea curry.
Yes.
My wife and I haven't cooked in a while. It's been a weird couple of weeks. We haven't been shopping in a good amount of time.
That
so
could happen.
we've been eating out a lot. But I went to Trader Joe's by myself, and I bought ingredients for a couple meals. One of them being that. And so yeah, it's classic over rice, white rice, which we do in the Instant Pot, and the curry, coconut chickpea curries in the little saucer on the stove. It's a classic. It's good.
That sounds nasty.
Yeah.
I
guess we gotta vote.
Yeah. We have to vote.
Well,
okay.
Okay. You know what you're gonna vote for?
Yep.
Okay.
I'm gonna vote for Brian.
Okay. Oof. Well, that really changes my answer, I think. I guess I gotta vote for Reeves, I guess.
Okay. And we're deadlocked.
This,
Can't.
you know, you build a government so this doesn't happen. Like, we have this thing set up perfectly. You can't vote for yourselves. It's set up perfectly so this never happens, and then it happens, and you go, what do I do now?
Yeah. Were we gonna do a whole recount? Everyone's gonna go down there and recount the votes? Yeah, right.
I don't have time. I'm outside catching salmon.
Yeah. Okay, so let's revote. Again, you can't vote for yourself
or the same person you voted for last time.
Okay, so I'm gonna vote for Jamal. Yes.
Oh. Okay. I'm gonna vote for Jamal.
Oh,
Look at
that's
that.
thinking outside the lunchbox. We'll be right back.
Wow.
Pawn Shop.
Whoa.
Yes, chef.
Whoa.
Yes, chef.
That was interesting. Your dog kind of barked the exact same way twice.
Well, he's got a bark, and what he's saying the same thing over and over again. That's why he says the food you give me is not good. That's what he's saying.
The food you give me is not good. That's what those 4 barks were. Okay.
Yeah.
I can see that.
Yeah.
I've seen the food that you give your dog, and I'll be honest with you, there's a lot of times I leave your place and I'm like, should I call like ASPCA?
I mean, it's not that bad. It's just not good. Is the issue?
It's bad.
Well, he's definitely sick of it, and he's letting me know it.
Yeah.
You know, the other day he put 2 bones inside of my head, and he called me a bonehead. He's doing the Gordon Ramsay thing.
Missed opportunity.
To do what? Else. Yeah, maybe he said like I'm a bonehead sandwich, a bone sandwich.
Yeah, missed opportunity to call you a bonehead sandwich.
Yeah. I mean, he's a dog. He's not a comedy writer, aspiring comedian.
He's not as smart as a pig.
12 years in the game, got nothing to show for it. No, he's just upset all the time though. He says my food has it doesn't have a theme or it doesn't have life, and he says that it's all like burnt kibble, and he's mad about that. And I don't know. I don't know what to do.
I think you should get some different food.
What? That's dogs eat hard dog food. That's what they eat.
No, dogs love to nom nom on their food. Have you heard of nom nom?
No, it's like a brand called Nom Nom. No, I haven't heard of that.
Yeah, nom nom. Nom nom's food is full of fresh proteins your dog loves and the vitamins and nutrients they need to thrive. You've definitely heard of nom nom.
Well, I've heard of people saying nom nom, and it's to like mean like this is good food, nom nom. But I've not heard of it as a brand.
No. It's a great brand of dog food. I mean, you can actually see proteins in vegetables like beef, chicken, pork, peas, carrots, kale, and more in Nom Nom. Like it, fresh really means fresh with Nom Nom, and you can see what your dog's eating. You have no idea with that kibble what is actually been fried on that little cracker that they pour into it.
No, I don't. And that's what he says. He says, "What is this?"
Yeah,
And I try to tell him it's like chicken. It says chicken flavor, and he says, "This is not chicken. This is
Yeah.
burnt crap.
yeah,
Take it back. Do it again."
yeah.
But Nom Nom sounds like he'll like that because if he can see the beef, chicken, pork, peas, carrots, kale, and more, then he might eat that and stop being so mean to me. You know?
Well, yeah. It's probably because of the fillers and stuff they put in that kind of stuff. Because Nom Nom, there's no fillers or weird ingredients with names you can't pronounce. So, I can barely pronounce kibble.
It's the double B
It's
that
the
gets
double
people.
B that gets me because I'm like
Yeah.
kibble, kible,
Yeah. Kib
kible,
bill.
kibble.
Oh,
Dude,
okay. Yes, chef. Okay,
Your
look,
dog
he
is
heard us
hungry.
talking about Nom Nom, and he says he wants to know how
Yeah.
it works. He
Well-
says, "How does Nom Nom work?"
well, it's easy. You just tell them about your pup. Give them the age, breed, weight, allergies, protein preferences. They'll tailor a specific amount of individually packaged Nom Nom meals and send them straight to you. Store the meals in the freezer or fridge until it's meal time. They'll give you specific instructions on how to transition your dog from foods like kibble,
Kib-
kibble,
kib-
kibble
Kibibble?
to always fresh Nom Nom for best results. Watch your dog clean their dishes, dance for dinner, and overall thrive.
If I can
You're-
get my dog to clean his dishes, I'm in. Because at this point, he doesn't pull his own weight.
Your dog is not part of the clean plate club.
He's not, and
And-
he when I bring that to him, he says that's actually not healthy food.
So
he
it's
says
not a.
he
yeah.
says that's not actually a good relationship with food to
Yeah.
make someone be in the clean plate club.
He says that, but he's never had Nom Nom. So
That's true. That's true. Is there a way that I could get this Nom Nom to try it for him? And
I mean,
maybe
are you
get it
talking
at, like,
about
a-
how you're ready to make the switch to fresh? I
I
mean,
might
you
be
can
ready
just
to make the switch. Yeah.
order Nom Nom today and go to trynom.com/podchef and get 50% off your first order plus free shipping.
Wait, I just have to go to trynom.com/podchef and I get
Yeah.
50% off my first order and free shipping?
Yeah, it's the Nom Nom special. So the first Nom is 50% off, and the second Nom is free shipping.
It's
So
okay. Okay.
Your dog's gonna gonna eat, and so are you. You're gonna eat these savings, my boy.
Ooh, I could eat some savings right now. I
Plus,
skipped dinner.
Nom Nom comes with a money back guarantee if your dog's tail isn't wagging within 30 days. So if your dog's tail is broken right now, you should pre-existing
Now's the time to
conditions.
do it. Yeah.
Yeah, pre-existing conditions, notwithstanding.
Right.
If your dog's tail is not wagging within 30 days, Nom Nom will refund your first order. No fillers, no nonsense, just Nom Nom.
Okay, yes, chef. Okay, he says do it. He says do it now or I'm fired.
See, it's so crazy that you can translate this because they all sound like the same bark to me.
Well, I'm his daddy.
You're his what?
His daddy. He's my baby. And he's my son and I'm his daddy.
I'm uncomfortable.
So go to trynom.com/podchef to get 50% off your first order and free shipping.
Podchef.
And we're back. We're talking Top Chef, Season 7, Episode 2, Outside the Lunchbox, Washington, D.C. season.
Nation's capital.
Right in our backyard. Literally, it's my backyard.
Mhm.
Okay, so we open and we see that there are people doing push-ups wrong. And there are people, Ed, shaving in his room. I guess the point of that is he's saying oh, there wasn't enough space in the bathroom, so I'm just gonna shave. I'm gonna freestyle it in the room.
Where's he putting the hairy cream?
I don't know. Did he got a cup there? He's got a little cup, a little solo cup. He's just washing it out in. And
Don't
where's
drink
it going?
that, right? Don't drink that. Hey,
Hey.
Stifler, how's the pale ale, right?
Don't drink this. I just put a sticker on it. Don't drink it, but it does need to stay there because that's what I shave out of.
That's my shaving cup. Do not drink that.
So they head into the kitchen.
You tell me I can't drink something. I want to drink that.
I drink it. Very tasty. Mm.
Mm,
There's a little whipped cream on top. We got guest judge Sam Cass
Yes.
from the White House.
He's White House chef.
Whitehouse.com chef. He's there. He's getting mad respect. Everyone.
Big
Tim,
ups all around.
the DC local man, is like, wow, he cooks for the president.
Yeah.
He's a big deal. And then it made me think about, like, why did they target Tim for that? Did they ask other people? Did they ask, like, Steven? And Steven was like, well, I feel like anyone could cook for this president. I didn't vote for him.
What if he had bad taste? Like another president.
Oh, Sam Cass?
I mean, the what if the president, what if Sam Cass's boss wanted bad food?
Oh, like only
Like
likes like Big Macs or things from McDonald's?
Yeah. What if there was like a situation where that happened, where the president just like liked Big Macs? Like
I think it makes your job very easy, because then you just
go to the store,
Ubering, Big Macs every day.
Yeah.
But maybe not fulfilling as a chef.
Right.
You're like,
you want to work.
I want to make all my fancy shit, but the president, staying up all night eating quarter pounders. He insists on things off the dollar menu. He won't pay for a full combo.
Maybe he's like me and he thinks that if it's cheaper, it's less calories and bad for you. So Sam Cass is there because they're gonna do a little government thing. They're gonna work in pairs to make a bipartisan sandwich. Padma said
with a big grin on her face. And everyone went,
Huge Cheshire
oh, we get it now. And she said, you don't get it. Because that means you got to make a sandwich while joined together with your chef partner in a double apron.
Look at these cute aprons. Now put it on.
Adorable aprons that I spent all night, by the way, putting together. Okay, I sewed them. So please, have a little respect.
Don't
destroy them,
please. And when you're done, fold them nicely.
You just got real foggy.
I did?
Yeah, why are you so foggy?
My house on fire? Seems fine.
I mean, it's very foggy and it looks hot too. And there looks to be some smoke coming out from underneath the door behind you. I don't know if you should worry about that.
Don't worry about it later.
Okay. All right. Well, we'll power on.
Some sort of little light thing. I don't know what's going on. All right. Is it a ghost?
I mean, you got something going on. I don't know if a ghost set a fire or you got a ghost that,
is Fire Smoke Monster lost? We did that last time.
Freaking lost.
We did
have
the numbers.
To go back.
Reeves knows them.
I know the numbers. Okay.
Tattoo the back of his neck.
So Tim is like, oh my God, who came up with this challenge? Speaking of which, what were they smoking?
To freaking make a double apron, make us wear it. I got one hand, he got the other hand.
It's unbelievable. How do they come up with this crazy creative stuff on Top Chef?
With this shit.
What are they going to make us do next? Cook for kids?
They wouldn't be that fucking sick.
So Tracy and Angelo get paired together, and we find out that she's got a little secret crush on Angelo.
This one looks sexy. So I'm partnered up with Angelo, who not only owns a sandwich shop, but he's won both the challenges so far. We have a whisk, we have a spatula. We got a whisk and a spatula. I've had this secret crush on him. All of a sudden, I get to have my arm around him for 30 minutes. It couldn't be better.
Couldn't be better.
It couldn't be better than this.
And while she's doing this, they're going through their stuff. I got my whisk, got my spatula. Sandwich things.
Sandwich stuff. Angelo also says that the food looks sexy. This is the first time he sexualizes food this season. It will happen
Not the last.
many times. Even in this episode, he mentions that He wants to make sex on a plate later. He makes reference to liquid love. He is a
He
pervert.
does say liquid love. He's a big old perv.
He's a pervert for food. I think he even gets called on it at some point
I
this
hope
season. So I
Hey,
look
dude,
forward to
trying
that.
You trying to fuck a sandwich, dude?
So we need to get this out now.
Yes.
He has an attraction to food.
Uh-huh.
And there's nothing wrong with that. No
We're
shame.
not gonna. Look. You know what? Love is 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 love
is love is love is love is love is love is love is love is liquid love. Okay? So we're not judging him,
No.
but he definitely wants to stick his little wiener in between,
Oscar Mayer.
yes, 2 sandwich buns.
And is that a sandwich?
I don't know.
I don't know.
We're not
Maybe it
saying
is.
anything.
We're not saying anything.
Mm-hmm.
He also says that if he doesn't win this challenge, he will close his restaurant.
Mm-hmm.
I think. Well, so they win it, but that restaurant is not open anymore. So
Yeah. So
just looking for a reason to close it. Give
maybe
me
just
some reason to close this.
putting it out there. Yeah, maybe he constantly is saying like, "Oh man, if I don't win the lottery this week, I guess I have to close this restaurant." Because he's trying to find a reason. He's like,
Just
"Oh, I
give
didn't
me
win.
a
I gotta do
reason.
it." Yeah,
You can't just do it.
something's wrong with that restaurant. Probably all the sandwiches he had sex with.
Do not eat the sandwiches there. I don't know her name, but the woman who
Amanda.
Amanda
Mhm.
says that she wants to Rochambeau, and I saw South Park, and that means kicky squaw, right? Does it mean something else other than like we take turns kicking each other squaw
Mhm.
in the net,
Yeah.
and whoever falls first loses, right?
Yes. That's what she wanted to do to see who would have their right hand available
Yes.
between her and her chef partner.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's difficult because people are, have stronger hands, more dominant hands, left and
Reeves,
right. I
very
think there's
strong hand.
one.
We covered that. Reeves, very strong hand.
Yes, very strong, too strong squeeze. The thing freaking blew up. Now I can't go on CBS. We see someone, I can't see what team it is. They're using a knife to cut open a salt container. Like
If
with
you're
a
not
knife.
watching the episode and you just hear us say cut open a salt container with a knife, you picture like popping the top or like cutting a little nick out of it. It's full on sawing the shit. It looks
Surely.
insane.
Between the two hands, they could just pop the top and use
Yeah.
it. There's always a side that's like a free flow that you can just pour out.
You put your finger in and it opens
Yeah.
the freaking salt.
Pretty easy. But instead, they choose to put that sumbitch on the side and cut it right down the middle. Salt going everywhere.
And of course, that means that we are putting cardboard in our food for sure.
Yes.
It's not a clean cut. It does not happen cleanly. They are fully sawing at this thing.
Mm-hmm. Which kind of leads to my opinion visually on what all this food looks like, which is gross and garbage. Most of these sandwiches look disgusting.
Yeah, they don't look great.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of open face stuff. Not a sandwich.
Mm-hmm.
There's like the flatbread thing, which gets red for being gross. Looks gross.
Mm-hmm.
The one sandwich that uses white bread, which is, hey, that's how I make my sandwiches, gets red for filth for using white bread. How dare you use white bread?
Disgusting.
Disgusting.
We use wheat bread or
We use
fancy stuff around
You
here
better
now.
use the seeded bread. That better be
Mhm.
honey oat at least. At least honey oat.
That's right.
Yeah. Fork
So-
and knife type sandwich. That's that flatbread one, I think. Where it's
Yeah,
like, oh,
and
it's
that
kinda
was
messy.
it was a messy sandwich. Yeah, freaking guest judge Sam is like, hey, this is kind of messy. And then Lynn, who, if you haven't watched the episode, she's a normal woman, but has the voice of maybe a Janet Reno impersonator. She's like, it's more of a knife and fork type sandwich. No sandwich is a knife and fork type sandwich.
Then it
That's a made
becomes
up
an
thing.
entree.
Yeah. Then give me an
Sandwich-
omelet.
Yeah. Who wins
So
this?
yeah, Kenny and Ed or one of the teams on the top. Ed looks like, I think this might just be his sitting face. He looks
He
like
kind of has
really.
he kind of has a dumb face.
He's kind of has a dumb face. He
Which
seems
is
like
mean,
a great
which
guy.
is mean, which is mean.
It's
It's
mean.
mean. It's mean.
It's mean, but listen, it's the truth, okay? And we are truth.
If anything, we are truth.
We're truthers. Yeah, truth tellers. And this is maybe getting into our wrestling podcast territory. But he looks dumbfounded. He's like, how could they like this piece of shit we made? But, of course, Angelo and Tracy win. Angelo's still on his streak, winning every single challenge, what he guaranteed he would do, or he would shut down his sandwich shop. And so after they win, their prize is, and we'll get into the elimination challenge here, their prize is they get to decide what team they will combine with for the elimination challenge, because it's a four-person team elimination challenge. And they opt to add Kenny and Ed to their team.
Sees me as his biggest threat, and if for whatever reason we're on the bottom, he knows that instead of like a 25% chance of me going home, it's a 50% chance because Angelo and Tracy have immunity. It is strategy, yeah, major.
So I am a bit of a mathematician.
Thank you.
And I know Brian is too. Jamal is as well. We do. We're just doing math problems all the time. We do it for
constant math. It's fun to me.
So I just kind of want to give a better breakdown of the math that he was doing.
Yeah, he did the layman's. We're gonna do the science, the scientific math.
Yes. So, see, normally you go one-on-one with another chef.
Yeah.
You got a 50-50 chance of winning, right?
Yes.
But Kenny, he's a culinary freak, man, and he's not normal.
No.
So you've got a 25% chance at best of beating him. And then you add Angelo to the mix, your chances of winning drastically go down.
Yeah.
But he has immunity. So that makes it a three-way elimination challenge. So you got a 33 1/3 chance of winning. But Kenny, he's got a 66 2/3 chance of winning because Angelo knows he can't beat him. And he's not even going to try. So, Ed, take your 33 1/3 chance minus Angelo's 25% chance, and you got an 8 1/3 chance of winning at Top Chef's Michelle Obama's Let's Move On Elimination Challenge campaign. But then you take Kenny's 75% chance of winning if he was to go on one, and then add a 66 2/3 chance percentage. He's got a 141 2/3 chance of winning at TNA Sacrifice. Samoa Joe, the numbers don't lie, and they spell disaster for you at Sacrifice. Look it up, people.
And that's math. That's easy math. If you're confused, I don't know, take a class, read a book.
Yeah,
look at a number.
Read a book for once, okay?
If you notice, Reeves mentioned Michelle Obama's Let's Move campaign, which was an unsuccessful campaign to stop childhood obesity in one generation. I don't know about y'all. Only a lot of fat kids out there still. They're still out there.
Brian is like
for trying.
Scoping out kids to see how fat they are.
I'm looking at your fat kids.
And then like taking note. Okay, well, I saw 2 fat kids today. So how good is this generation really doing?
And you have a 33 1/3 chance of being a fat kid. But if you add that with where you live, food deserts and lack of access to high quality food groceries, and you get a much higher chance of being a fat kid. And what I do is go to them and I say, "Hey, stop it while you can. Cut it out.
Just will you get them by the shoulders and you shake it? Stop
it."
And they say, "Sir, please let go of me." And they're like, "I don't even know what you're talking about.
Let go of my son.
Stop it.
Let go of my son." I'm like, you cut it out right now.
Sir, please let go of me now. Let go of me. You've got my wrist.
Don't let him do this. You stop him. You stop him as best you can.
Sir, give me back my cart. You're in a grocery store.
Sir, that's my gun, says the officer. You can't take that. Give me back my gun.
So, yeah, the chefs have to work in teams.
You can't get access to the cockpit, sir. You can't. You can't fly this plane. I am now.
You're frying
That's hijack.
real low.
Apple TV hijack. Watch it. Freaking Idris Elba saving a plane. Real timely fucking movie. 2023 making a plane hijack movie. It's been done.
I'm drunk right now. Okay, so when working in teams of 4, they had to create a healthy 4-course school lunch for kids, consisting of an entree, 2 sides, and a dessert. Each chef was responsible for 1 item of the menu, and then Sam is going to be the guest judge. Emphasis on each chef was responsible for 1 item on the menu.
And you're like, well, yeah, these chefs have access to the best food in the world and the best knowledge in the world. This is going to be great food. Not when each meal has to cost $2.60. That's the max you get. $2.60.
You get $2.60, and then I don't want to get into math again, but then Sam talks about
it's fun. Let's have some fun.
Sam talks about how he's going to take $4 away. I think it's from the overall amount the team gets.
I didn't get what he was doing. He was like, $4, that's pretty good. But then it never came. I don't know what happened.
They get like $130 total as a team. And then like he goes on this huge rant, gets on a soapbox about how he's going to take $4 away because of how hard his job is or something. For like labor costs. And I'm like, but they are
That's
the
right.
labor and they're not getting paid. But I guess he
Yeah.
was trying to make a point. Anyway, it didn't seem to really factor in,
No.
or I missed it. So
maybe that one girl could have bought chocolate with $4. Maybe that's where she lost the chocolate. $4 worth of chocolate.
Yeah, the chocolate was missing. Maybe we should get into it. So,
Yeah.
Amanda, they're in their teams. They're trying to come up with their menus. Amanda is like screaming. It's like one of those situations where you're talking to someone face to face and like it's kind of like low, whatever, you're in a bar, whatever. It's not super loud, and someone is still screaming at you in conversation. And you want to be like, you don't have to yell at me. We're having a conversation here.
It got quiet around us.
Yeah. She's just
Let
like,
go of my arm. Sir, that's my gun. You can't get to the cockpit. And it's this horrible cycle. Vicious.
and then we find out, you know what? Amanda wants to get some kids drunk.
Chocolate to feed 50 children, a 4-course lunch. We have $130 total. Cornstarch. I haven't seen any alcohol.
Do you have alcohol? Yeah, like sherry for cooking.
My plan.
I like the guy's reaction of like, you want liquor?
Is liquor?
He's like, I think I know what your challenge is. You're going to get liquor?
He's like, it's 11 a.m.
She was like, no, it's for cooking. Okay, it's not for me.
Yeah, it's for
I'm not
children, okay?
I'm not
It's for
going to
children.
serve. It's for the children, okay?
It's not for
I
me,
like
it's for
it.
the kids,
I'm
okay?
going to serve it. I'm not the weird one here.
It's gonna cook off, okay? It'll cook off.
It's going to cook off.
Yeah, but they'll get the kids, they'll get the taste for it.
I just like it. Okay. No, I'm not going to put mushrooms with it. Yes, sherry is expensive and we're on a limited budget and I'm cooking for children.
But I like my chicken and sherry.
Yeah. I want to do it.
This is what I want.
I think in a very early previous season, we talked about how all the kids got drunk at one of these things.
Yes, we had clips of it. Yeah.
And I think it's funny it came back around where someone is actively trying to get the kids drunk.
This is happening. Yeah, Top Chef likes to get kids drunk. Get out there, put it out there. Tom, you got some splaining to do.
You got some splaining to do.
You think that Tom and Pat, well, not Padma. You think Kristen's making the same amount that Padma was making? It's weird because she'd been there for a long time. She's probably making more, but also with like inflation, how much money's worth now, like is she starting at the same level that Padma stopped at?
There's no way, because I feel fairly certain that they probably were like, oh, we're gonna get some money back because we're not, whoever comes in, we're not paying them how much Padma, because I'm sure Padma was making a fair amount.
She's probably making
she's
like
also
Friends
a
money,
producer.
like $1 million an episode, like Friends money.
Fucking time. I
You
think I
know?
already said what it was. It was like 70 something million is what I said it was, and that's exactly what it is. So no, she's probably making less than that. But she's still probably making some. It was enough to convince her
She ain't hurting.
that she can retire early.
She ain't hurting.
She's
All right?
not hurting anymore.
She got money. Okay, she's good.
Okay. So part of the whole episode, like I said, is, you're responsible for your dish. And Kelly, very early, says, I'm making these porn carnitas. It's my idea. Me. I did it. Me. If anyone asks, it's me. And it fucking breaks the rest of her team.
What happened here? What? Who was angry at what for what? And why did they both yell at her so much? And she was like, "I'm saying what you guys are saying." And they're like, "No, you're not."
You're using I statements. I. When instead it should be we. We chef. Okay? We chef, not I chef.
No one says
I
I. We
chef.
chef.
Is actually a great fucking idea. And I'm going to pitch it to Apple. Okay.
Let's get there. Yeah.
And maybe it'll be in the Top Chef movie.
I would take us to the writer's room, but we are on strike. So
We
can't
are.
go there.
We will not cross the line.
Adam Conover is standing in front of our writer's room with a picket sign. They've also built a little Netflix restaurant out in front of there. I don't know why.
It's weird.
We're not the problem.
Yeah, we're not. So we can't go in. We can't come up with it, but we are going to bank that idea, and maybe it will come back when we finally reach an agreement and we're still making this MMO.
We'll do a fun commercial if we did one time with Dr. Fart. You always do Dr. Fart. It's like your go-to doctor.
That's my
names.
go-to. A real funny joke is to give a doctor a name that's like Butthole or like Dr. Farts.
It works every time on me, man.
It does make me giggle. So I think it was Arnold that like really got triggered by her saying that she made the carnitas, because he, in his mind, he was like, I gave you the suggestion to like, I don't know, make the tortilla a certain way. Yeah. He was like, I finished early so I could help you. But it was clearly like her idea, her dish.
Yeah.
Why would you have a problem with her saying you do all have like one dish that you do.
Yeah.
Even though you're on a team. That's the thing. So they have to have a team meeting about it. It's fucking stupid. I don't know why.
It's just them yelling at her.
embarrassing.
The team meeting is them yelling at her at the table.
Shaming her. Yeah, and then so they prep their food, they get to the school, they start cooking up. Tom does his rounds. Team 4 was saying like, hey, I think it actually, Tom is asking individually what they did, and Kelly's like, oh yeah, I did the carnitas. And then it's like, Arnold's like, we really helped each other. We all helped. It was everyone. It was a group team effort. And joke's on him, because Tom was like, that's fucking dumb. I hate that shit. This is individual.
I told you, everyone's responsible. Padma said, everyone's responsible for one dish. This isn't Restaurant Wars. This is one dish.
Mm-hmm.
There are 4 of you, 4 foods. Wrong.
And then Tom in his rounds has a conversation with Kenny, and he's also concerned about the math.
Oh, we love math.
Tracy and Angela have immunity here, right?
Yes.
So if this team loses, it's a 50% chance of going home. Those are good odds. Everybody else has a 25% chance of going home if they lose.
Yes.
You realize that?
Yes.
Okay, chef.
Yes.
He's got a 60 seconds, 2/3 chance of winning.
Yes.
If you haven't seen that, people, even if you're not a wrestling fan, you have to watch Scott Steiner do his math. It is one of the greatest things ever on the internet.
And then after you've done that, proceed to shame Scott Steiner for being a horrible transphobe and a bad person. Yeah, he
That
yelled at a trans wrestler at like a convention.
That sucks. Are you sure that's not Rick?
It might be Rick, actually. Sorry, Scott Steiner. It's the one who was
We're really in our other podcast here now.
Yeah, it's the one who was like the big squat, huge guy, Buff. Not Buff Bagwell. The one who had the white hair back in the day.
That's Scott. Yeah. That's Scott Steiner. But for whatever reason, I thought Rick was the one that was really bad.
Is one of them dead? If not, they're going to be.
So Angelo has trouble. He's going to make a fucking foam of peanut butter for kids.
Not so fast.
Doesn't have a top. He's like, oh, this top doesn't work. I'll ask someone else. Goes to Kevin. Kevin's like, I have 3 tops. Angelo's like, can I have one?
No. And then he asks his teammate. He's like, I said no. She's like, fuck yeah, you said no. Fuck those guys.
Kevin. They do one of those like low 5 things that football players sometimes do. Yeah, just get low. Fuck yeah. But
Probably
apparently
bad sportsmanship. If it had been this year, he'd have been like, yeah, how many do you need? Do you know all 3 of them? I don't want one here. You take all 3.
Hey, you know what? Actually, let me make your dish for you. I'm going to throw mine out so I lose. Angelo turns it around. He says, I turned a rock into a wheel. Which is, of course, a saying we're saying all the time.
Yeah, I've seen T-shirts with that.
Yeah,
we all know the Bible. What did Jesus do? He turned a rock into a wheel.
He turned a rock into a wheel.
He had a bunch of fish and just one rock turned into a wheel.
Turned it into a big old wheel. And
I do want to
all
also
of the
note
people ate it.
that Jacqueline wanted to make chocolate pudding. She has to make banana pudding, which is just bananas, I think, at first.
Oh,
it's just mushed
yeah.
bananas and skim milk, which sounds fucking terrible. She's like, this fucking sucks. So she pours in 2 pounds of sugar, which will come back later. And then when Tom talks to her, she tells him what it is, and then Tom repeats it, and he just says something like, "That sounds good." Like he says it's so it's so offhand. Like he's like, "That sounds good."
It's kind of like a classic Tom, like, I want to get out of this conversation, but also he probably was like, "You're fucking done." It is really funny. The beginning of the clip we just played, she's like searching for chocolate, so she's like, chocolate.
Yeah, it's in a weird. She's like, chocolate.
And then her team, everyone gets to checkout counter and has this issue, and they're like, okay, the thing we got to get rid of is this chocolate. So the only thing she has is milk and bananas, which she openly said. She's like, I just have milk and bananas for my dessert. And they're like yeah, you're good. And so she puts 2 pounds of sugar in that thing.
Really got fucked on this. Like these refs tried to fuck on me, wrestling podcast. Truly got fucked over this episode for sure. Would a chocolate pudding have been good? I don't know. Would it just been skim milk and chocolate? Then no, probably. But
probably not as bad because the sugar is all coming, depending on what kind of chocolate she gets, it's going to come from the chocolate. So maybe she would have gone under the radar.
It would have been starchy. The kids liked it because it's fucking sugar.
Yeah, the kids are going off the wall, and it's like they've got sugar, they're drunk, they want to hug Padma. You see in a Top Chef intermission, all the kids try and hug Padma, which
and we know that was real, and that wasn't a staged hug at all. We know that little girl said, "Can I have a hug?" And she wasn't told. But hey, why don't you go ahead and ask Padma for a hug?
Hey, don't walk away from me.
No,
don't walk away from me.
Let go of me. Sir, that's my gun. I'm an officer of the law. No, sir, you can't go in the cockpit. This tale as old as time.
So the judges love Team 3's offering. This is Alex, beady-eyed Alex, pea puree. We'll see it later. Andrea and Kevin and Tim, they're on board with that. Team 1 has the sweet potato puree, which is too peppery, and there are no vegetables except for celery.
He's like, that's spicy. You got to watch it. These are kids. These are kids, man. You spice that
pepper. I won't let my kids have pepper until they're 32. Okay.
Okay. Yeah, they're not eating pepper. Ugh, injures my kids. That's a gateway spice. All right. Next thing they're doing, they're eating cumin.
They're having cumin. They're eating paprika. Smoked
friends.
Paprika. I go in my kids. I go in my basement of my house. My kids using smoked paprika.
It's right there in the center of the table, and they said it's not mine. I'm holding it for a friend. Yeah, right. We know.
Yeah, right. It's all over your face.
I was there too. You're gonna
your
have
face
all
and
this
your eyes are red.
You're gonna finish this whole bottle of spice in front of me. Teach you a lesson.
Team 1 again was Angelo, Ed, and Kenny and Tracy, and they're the ones that did that sweet potato puree, which was gross. I already talked about Lynn. One kid was disgusted by the banana pudding. They called it as too sweet, and one kid was like, "Oh!"
He fully was gonna throw up.
Yeah, he was about to fucking lose his lunch over it. Kelly still keeps going on about how it was her dish, good for her. Then everyone does the thing afterwards where everyone's like, I think it went well. Clearly didn't for everyone. We go to the judge's table. Kevin taking a nap in the stew room, of course. It's like a 13-hour film day.
Everyone's like shushing Kenny. Like, shh. Look at Kevin, he's sleeping. And then no one does anything to him?
No. Come on. What's the point in showing that if they're not going to do any cool pranks?
Put whipped cream on his hand.
Yeah. Can you imagine if they had George Clooney, king of the pranks, on set? Can you imagine the kind of crazy shit he would have come up with to do?
Big old shit in his shoe.
Yeah.
Gun in his locker.
Steal his bank information. Call all of the credit unions to freeze his credit, steal all his money.
Call the producer's house and say you got a bomb and that this is Kevin, but really it's George Clooney. Calling a fake bomb threat. Dude's the master.
Dude's the fucking master. Okay. So
He's fun too. He's fun. He's just like us. Oh my
God. And he loves espresso. So they call in 2 teams. They don't know why they're being called in. Uh-oh, you're on the bottom. It's team 1, Angelo, Ed, Kenny, and Tracy. Team 2, Amanda, Jacqueline, Steven, and Tamisha. So they get called in. They point out that the banana pudding, like we said, too sugary. And Sam points out, he's like, listen, you don't have any money. You got to make this food taste good for these kids. You're just you're putting too much sugar in. I've been there. Too much sugar and salt.
I've done this. Look, we all do it. This food tastes like shit. What do? You put sugar in it. We've all been there. Or fat. That's how you fix it.
Mm-hmm. He's on one because then he's complaining about how there were no vegetables on Kenny's team. Kenny says, well, we added a tomato to the burger because we thought that would help. And then he gets right up in his face. And he said, tomato's a fruit, bro.
Oh, I'm sorry. Let me check my fucking catalog of vegetables, dog. I don't see tomato in there, dog. I'm looking over.
Says, hold up. Let me look through. It's a huge book. It's like a dictionary.
It's like massive. Yeah, it's huge.
It's got every food in there.
He's licking his finger and turning it.
Kenny's like, I get it. He's like, no,
shut the fuck
try
up.
And find it. Oh my God, there's a lot of types of tomatoes, but I just want to find tomato, what you said. Let's see what it's categorized as.
All right, I get it. I know what I did. No. It's in. We'll find it in here.
We'll find it. How is it spelled? Since you know so much about tomatoes. Since you're the fucking expert.
I'm sorry. Yeah, I didn't realize you were fucking tomato.
No. You don't look it up. I'll look it up. But you help me because you're the expert here. Really aggressive. Completely made everyone uncomfortable.
Yeah, it took a long time, too. You know what we did was long. It was much longer than that.
Listen, everyone watches the episode. You've seen it, but it's like 3 times as long.
We abridged it for you. You got the main stuff.
After this, Tom tries to, accuse Angelo of maybe not trying as hard, and Angelo pleads the fifth.
Green peanut butter thing, if you didn't have immunity?
I can't answer that right now.
I'm not saying that you would sabotage the team because I don't think you're that kind of guy.
But I want to interject here. I'm really not certain where this is coming from. That if there was a time that they felt justly that they wanted to do a veg,
who was the?
I don't know where this is coming from.
I can't answer that right now.
I can't. Well, he kind of leaned over and talked to his lawyers. He was like, "No, I can't answer that right now."
I can't answer that right now.
Tom saying, "I don't think you're that kind of guy."
I don't know where this is coming from.
I don't know where. Tom, I thought we were friends. I don't know where this is. Why would you say something like this? Tom's like, I'm not on trial here.
He said, "I want you to say it. Say what you think I'm doing. Say it. Say it. Say what you think I did. Say it. Say the words. You think that I made a bad dish on purpose? I want to hear you say it. You say it. Look me in the fucking face and say it. You can't
Tom's
do it."
Like, no, I'm not. You know what I'm trying to say. And Andrew's like,
well, say it.
Just say it.
Say it. I want to hear you say it.
You think I'm trying to have sex with sandwiches? That's what you think. That's what everybody here thinks.
You're all thinking it.
Just because I see a sandwich and I say, "Oh, that sandwich is really attractive," I can't say something like that.
I can just enjoy the beauty of a sandwich. I want to have sex with it.
I go up to a sandwich and I just give it a hug every time I come to the room. I'm not allowed to do that now? That means I would have sex with it? If one person can prove to me that I threw this challenge because I want to have sex with a sandwich, I will shut down my sandwich shop. So then the 2 teams start kind of arguing with each other. They kind of start calling each other out. Steven gets in there for some reason. I can't even understand what he's trying to say. And then Ed calls Amanda out on her dish.
Here we go.
Sherry wine even need to be in elementary school?
They weren't drinking it, for Christ's sake. I wasn't serving it by the glass.
Why did you choose to use sherry?
Because for me, I really like chicken braised with sherry. Normally, I like it with mushrooms.
I like it too. There's a lot of things I like. I love vodka. Not cooking with it.
I love
Gail
vodka.
said a lot of other things that she liked too that she couldn't do with children. That's what they could keep in the cut, was that. Everything else was a little too far.
Yeah, that was the safest one, and it still made everyone kind of uncomfortable how much she went like, because she did the take multiple times where she was like, I love vodka. I love it. I have to have it every night.
People think it's water in my cup. It's vodka.
It's always vodka. Okay. So Angelo, incompetence, tells his best friend, Tracy, that he doesn't like Kenny.
Hey,
No,
can you
I don't
not
like
do
that
this?
goal.
Can I do this to anyone? Yeah, sure. I don't like Kenny.
I don't like
I do.
Kenny.
We mentioned it earlier. We do want to call back to real quick though. When they are throwing words back and forth, Ed says that Amanda used Shay, which is bad. Amanda says, you guys filled fucking pudding full of sugar." No, Ed. Someone calls the team out for doing the sugar thing and the pudding, which Amanda says, "You put processed peanut butter in there, which is the worst food in the world you can give to kids."
It is the worst. Which, you know what? Now that I think about it, considering the time, like the year it was, it might have been during the period of time where they were like, but I mean, this was for 1 to 2
Every kid had a
year-olds.
food.
Yeah, don't give
allergy.
peanut butter to kids. That's the only thing I can come up with, because it is not literally the worst thing you can give a
No.
kid is peanut butter.
No.
Peanut butter is, you should, I mean, in moderation, but it's not terrible for you.
Moderation.
But she like completely loses it on it, and then she gets called out for trying to get all the kids drunk, and she pretends like she wasn't trying to do it, but clearly she was.
I don't like Kenny.
Can I tell you something? I don't like Kenny. I don't like what he was insinuating in there. Everyone was coming at me. I didn't like it. Tracy, you're the only person I can trust.
You're my twin sister.
You're my twin sister.
You don't look alike. Yeah, clearly, dumbhead, fucking asshole.
Yeah, I know that. Okay.
Whatever
So
your
team
name is,
4,
Sam Cass or whatever. I keep forgetting your basic
Sam
ass name.
Cass. Fucking aggressive Sam Cass. Team 4 wins. Arnold, Kelly, Lynn, Janet Reno, Tiffany. They all win. Good for them. And then Kelly, Miss I. Good for you. She wins.
Mm-hmm.
And then they bring back in the previous teams that they already made fun of. And turns out Banana Pudding, Jacqueline is eliminated.
Jacqueline, please pack your knives and go.
Thank you. I wish I had bought for more than 10% of the budget. It sucks to have the worst dish and the hardest dish with the least amount of ingredients. Hey guys. Girls, you got a 2-bedroom room now. The kids remind me of why I came here in the first place. And that was such a gift. You know, I think my family would be proud of me just for getting this far. You know, on my
To
own.
round 2.
By myself. I'm disappointed, but you have to live with the choices you make.
Next time on Top Chef. Ding, 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 ding.
So, where is she now?
Where is she now?
Jacqueline Morrison is on LinkedIn. That's how I found out information about her. I could not find any social media or any website. She's a chef, sommelier, and business professional serving clients in New York City. It seems like mainly Connecticut is what I was seeing. I
Okay.
think that's where she's located. And most recently, she is the chef and owner of Max and Jack's Can Cook, which is like a catering thing. I think they
Bad
sometimes
name.
also go in and do like one of those like parties, you know, where it's like a chef goes in and just like caters a party, but it's only
Yeah.
like a couple people.
Mhm.
I think she does that as well. So anyway, good for her.
Yeah. Good for her. Good for her for getting 10% of the budget. Really shitty. That's what it is, I guess.
That's it. We did
That's
it.
it.
We did the episode.
Less than an hour 15, which is long, but last episode was an hour 30. So what are you going to do?
We're improving. Okay.
We're getting better.
And again, call to action. Send us your Chefs I Prepared for You songs.
Uh-huh.
Rate and review us. Tell Meltzer, that coward, to give us 5 stars. Yeah. Any last words, Brian?
I got nothing. I thought we did a good job, minus because Jamal's not. Wait, is Jamal not here?
Wait a second. I feel like we didn't address that Jamal. I checked in. I tried to check in.
I'm trying to remember if he said anything. If he was here, I don't remember him saying anything.
Maybe we should redo the whole episode.
Okay.
And see if he says anything, because I can't remember, and I think that's the only thing.
That's the only way.
It's the only way.
All right, I guess we'll get ready to restart this one. I guess.
Let's restart it. We'll do it again.
Yeah.
This is fun. Absolutely. This is great, guys. You guys got something here. This is fun.
Scott Steiner, it's going to be a three-way for the TNA heavyweight title at Sacrifice between you, Kurt Angle, and Samoa Joe. Now, before you get there, you have an important step tonight as you and X Division champion Petey Williams take on the unlikely duo of Kurt Angle and Samoa Joe.
You know, they say all men are created equal, but you look at me and you look at Samoa Joe, and you can see that statement is not true. See, normally if you go one-on-one with another wrestler, you got a 50-50 chance of winning. But I'm a genetic freak, and I'm not normal. So you got a 25% at best at beating me. And then you add Kurt Angle to the mix, your chances of winning drastically go down. See, the three-way at Sacrifice, you got a 33 1/3 chance of winning. But I got a 66 2/3 chance of winning because Kurt Angle knows he can't beat me, and he's not even going to try. So, Samoa Joe, you take your 33 1/3 chance minus my 25% chance, and you got an 8 1/3 chance of winning at Sacrifice. But then you take my 75% chance of winning, if we used to go one-on-one, and then add 66 2/3%, I got 141 2/3 chance of winning at Sacrifice. See, Joe, the numbers don't lie, and they spell disaster for you at Sacrifice. See, but I'm going to break it down for all you ladies. Would you rather be with me, or would you rather be with Joe?
Well, I think Joe's kind of nice. I mean, you know.